Your son comes home from a football session and says, I want to quit. Now, what would you do? The parents I see, they fall in two categories mostly. The first ones are those who say, absolutely not. You started it and you have to complete it. The second one says, okay, fine, you started it, so it's up to you if you want to quit now. I think both of these have got it wrong, because sometimes quitting is the right move for your child, and other times child is quitting because the thing get hard or boring. It's just another way of saying that I don't want to do the hard thing, so I want to quit. Hi, I'm Sayed Bilal. I believe that our children should be able to think for themselves, handle any challenge, and thrive in the uncertain future. I help parents raise those kids. Last year, same thing happened with me. My son came home after the fourth session of swimming. He was crying and he said, I want to quit. I would handle it very differently now than that time, but I asked him why he wants to quit. And he told me that it was getting very difficult, very hard. Now, what I've noticed is that children nowadays are quitting more often than a decade before. And I've noticed this in my classroom as well. And I think you as parent know, maybe your child is quitting the football lessons, maybe your child is not doing the homework when it gets hard. But how many of us have asked them the real reason why they want to quit? For most of the kids, it's just because they have not been trained to sit with uncomfortable situation for a longer time. Let's say that your child wants to be in the football club. They're very excited and they share their news, and you are also excited and you register them for the new football club. But after 6 weeks, they come home and they say, I don't want to join next week. Maybe the team is losing a lot. Maybe they're not as good as their friends. And it is absolutely no reason to quit. The main difference is quitting versus escaping. What do I mean by that? You have to investigate, you have to ask them why they want to quit now. And eventually, they will ask themselves, is this something I've genuinely lost interest in? Or I am just quitting because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my friends? And don't confuse discomfort with a reason to quit. I think if the parents follow these three things, they will be in a better position to know if their child is just quitting or escaping. First thing is, you should do a commitment. Let's say your child says that I want to learn an instrument, a musical instrument. So you tell them you have 3 months to practice it. It's a commitment. They have to honor that. Sitting with the discomfort, it includes when the things get hard. It includes when the things get boring, as you have to practice and practice and practice. So honoring the commitment of, let's say, 3 months is very important. So it looks something like this. You don't have to love it forever, but for the next 90 days, 3 months, you are committed to doing this thing. Now, what you're doing is you're basically teaching your child that you can make a commitment, live with that commitment, evaluate that commitment at the end, and change directions. This is much better than quitting or escaping. And second thing is that don't take decisions when the emotions are high. When they're upset, when they're disappointed, when they're furious, let them settle down. Tell them that you will talk about it at night. Because remember, when the emotions are high, they can say something like, I hate football, I want to quit. or I hate swimming, I want to quit. Let these emotions settle and then talk about the decision. And third, but most important thing is ask better questions to investigate. Most of the parents have a problem of not asking better questions. They either say that, yes, I agree with you that you want to quit, or they'll say that it was your choice, now you have to follow this. Now, what do I mean by investigate or ask better questions? Ask them, what is the hardest part? So you know that have they encountered the hardest part yet, or they have just lost interest? And the most important question of all is, imagine if you were good at this thing, would you still want to quit or you want to continue? This is very important because this tells you why they are quitting, and it also tells your child to think about it, that maybe they are just not good enough yet. I am begging parents not to turn finish what you start into a weapon. You must not teach your child if they have started something, they must finish it. Instead, say that if you're going to quit this thing, let's understand what you're quitting and why. This way, you're teaching them judgment, not just obedience. And this is what I mean by sticking to the problem. It doesn't mean never quit. It just means don't let the discomfort decide for you. We are teaching our kids to sit with the discomfort when the things get hard or boring, because as an adult, this is a normal thing to do when you're learning a skill or doing anything else. We have to do hard things, we have to do boring things, routine things. And honestly, the future will not reward those kids who have a lot of ideas. It will reward those kids who have ideas, they are able to start something and stick with it little longer than everybody else has. I don't want to raise a child who finishes everything that they have started. And I also don't want to raise a child who quits on every discomfort that they encounter. I want to raise a child who knows how to persist, who knows when to change strategy and when to quit. Quitting is not the opposite of persistence, as many believe. Sometimes knowing when to quit is a good judgment call. And one day you'll not be there with your kid. They will not need you anymore. The question is what they will do then. Subscribe, join our movement, and let's raise the next generation differently.